Village Parkway, March 1st, 2025. A routine night turned tragic when a fatal collision claimed the life of a motorcyclist, and what began as a standard traffic investigation quickly escalated into a heart-wrenching twist that shook the community and law enforcement alike.
Hello, ma'am, can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Are you at Village Parkway and SR 240?
Yes.
Are you injured at all?
No.
Okay. And it said you were in a Kia, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Did you hit a motorcycle?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Do you see if the person's injured or breathing?
I think everybody's okay. Let me get out and check. No, there's definitely somebody injured. Possibly fatality. I'm gonna go check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know if they're breathing.
Yeah, we have no pulse on I believe a pedestrian. I can. Yes, I'm a first responder.
You are a first responder?
Yes, I am.
If you want to start CPR, we can definitely get that going.
Okay, I'm gonna start CPR.
Okay.
At approximately 8 p.m., 911 dispatchers received a chilling call from the scene of the crash at Village Parkway and SR 240. The female caller, audibly shaken, reported, "Yeah, we are okay." But moments later, the gravity of the situation unraveled. A man, the motorcyclist, had been struck. He would not survive.
We are out on 240 at Village Parkway with a likely fatal collision. State started taking it, but then realized that one of the involved drivers is an off-duty state trooper.
Hey.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
Do you want to talk over here real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm Steve. I'm with the traffic unit. So, just, I know this is probably uncomfortable, but we're just gonna, treat this like as if it was anything else, and we want to figure out what was going on, just just in order to rule anything out.
Yeah.
Like obviously, it's just as important to rule everything out as it is to confirm everything. So I'm just getting here, so I know you already answered some questions from the other guys, but generally, what happened? And
So I went and picked up a Domino's pizza.
Okay.
I was turning left in here. I live right over
Okay.
there on Wild Canyon Way.
Okay.
I saw what I thought was a car with one headlight out.
Okay.
Right just past where the reflective sign is, that white one.
Okay. Sure.
And so I was already slowing in the turn lane and saw him there, and I was like, I got enough time.
Okay.
I turned, and as soon as I turned, just felt the boom.
Okay.
When officers arrived, they initially approached the incident as a routine fatal crash. But then came a shocking discovery. One of the involved drivers was an off-duty state trooper. What followed was a scene filled with disbelief, and disbelief turned investigation. A member of the traffic unit calmly approached the off-duty officer, trying to treat the situation as they would with any civilian. "We want to figure out what was going on, just to rule anything out," he said. The off-duty trooper, who had just picked up a pizza and was turning into her neighborhood, described what she thought was a safe turn, mistaking a fast-approaching motorcycle with a dim or single headlight for a car. "I thought I had enough time," she said, but in an instant, everything changed. "As soon as I turned, I just felt the boom."
Okay. So as you're turning, you thought he was further away.
No,
Is
he
that
was
right?
definitely past that reflective sign
Okay.
when I saw him.
Okay.
And then, like I say, I thought it was a car with a headlight out. Didn't
Okay.
realize it was a motorcycle. I didn't
Okay.
realize the rate of speed
Okay.
they were going at.
So did you think he was going pretty quick?
Yes.
Okay.
Because from that reflective sign, it's kind of, I live here, so
Sure.
that's always my general rule. If they're past that sign, then you got
Okay.
plenty of time if you're already
Okay.
slowing to turn in.
Gotcha.
And
So based on making this turn and numerous times,
Yeah.
that you know how to judge that distance.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, good to go. Okay. All right. You're probably aware we're just gonna run this like normal. So I'm just gonna run you through some voluntary field sobriety tests if you're willing to. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do any.
Okay. All right. What about the PBT? You willing to do a voluntary PBT?
I don't want to do any tests
Okay.
based on the
Okay, understood.
circumstances. Yeah.
What about, obviously you just gave me a verbal statement. Are you willing to write down a statement on paper?
Yeah. you can
Okay.
do a statement.
All right, let me go grab a statement
Okay.
form, and I'll let you fill that out. And then I know you want to get out of here, so
Okay.
we'll do that. That way we just kind of lock everything in
Okay.
for today. So
Sounds good.
all right, yeah, just give me a few minutes
Yeah,
here.
no worries.
Yep. Here is the statement forms. Once I got here, you're probably gonna need like a clipboard or something, aren't you? Yeah, no, you're
I'll
good.
just write it on the hood if that's okay.
I'll have you stay away from the vehicle
Okay.
just to keep that. But let me grab you a clipboard. That's my bad. Okay.
Thank you.
Any questions for me at this point?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. I'll just be over here. So just flag me down once you're done with that.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you for completing that for me. I'll just read through it real quick. So before I read it, I don't know that this was ever clarified. You're in the turn lane. You're turning. Was there any other traffic coming?
So there was a car behind him. I thought it was a car with the headlight out. It was coming this way. Like I say, it was right at that white sign. So it's kind of my gauge on when I turn. But I was slowing, and then saw there was a car there, turned, and then just literally out of nowhere just ran inside of me.
Okay, so there was a car in front?
No, behind him.
Behind him.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Do
I
you know
could
how
see,
far?
It was kind of hard to. I would probably say maybe 50 feet behind him, because I could see two headlights on that one on this one. They were at the white light, or the white sign, sorry. And then when I saw that, I was like, there's a row of cars coming. One's got a headlight out, so they probably can't see well, so maybe they're driving slower or whatever. But yeah, once I saw they were only at the white sign, I was like, I got time to turn.
Okay.
And as soon as I turned, it was
Okay.
boom, right in the...
Okay. Okay.
Just as I almost completed my turn.
Okay. Okay, so you're almost finished with your turn?
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of see where the point of impact was.
Sure.
I guess in the daylight, it's easier to see if they're going faster, but I looked and saw like one light, and I was like, we're past the white sign. I'm good to turn. But I don't know how fast they were going or what, but it definitely wasn't like it wasn't like I was trying to squeak in at all. Like there was plenty of room.
You thought you had plenty of time, not that you had to gun it or anything?
No, no, not at all. I was slowing here, and then maybe like 20 miles an hour when I made the turn.
Okay, so you slowed down to 20 then?
Oh yeah, because I go left here, so it's you gotta stop the lights or at the sign. I won't stop, but at least a rolling slow down. I mean, you're not gonna make that hard turn.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, I'll be honest with you. I would love to rule out impairment, but without the fields, it is hard to rule that out. Obviously, it's voluntary. I won't ask you again, but there may always be that question.
Yeah.
Down the road.
I just rather not.
Okay.
Yeah. I know how it goes too. So.
Yeah. What do you mean? You know how it goes?
Even if there's like a little, if I had a glass on earlier or something like that, I just don't want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I definitely don't feel impaired. I don't feel like there was impairment as an issue. I
Did you have a glass of wine earlier?
not gonna answer it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just mentioned like if. So
If I would have, or had, but.
So his bike kind of got pushed in front of your car, but was he still in the roadway? Is that kind of what happened?
Yeah, so he was right about where, almost where the cop was standing there. He was maybe just a little bit to the north of him.
Okay. To the north of him.
Just like literally like a body size. There's probably blood there.
Okay.
When the badge met the night, on Village Parkway's silent curve, a lonely moon watched headlights flare, a motorcycle singing Freedom's song, dreams of tomorrow trailing in its wake. Joser rode, heart young as spring, eyes bright with roads untraveled, unaware that fate would turn on two wheels. She came home to her own street, pizza in hand, off-duty smile still warm, a trooper sworn to shield the vulnerable, yet tonight a moment's misjudgment would shatter both her oath and his life. She glimpsed a single headlight, mistook a man for metal, and in that fragile instant, worlds collided. He lay silent beneath fractured sky, his pulse extinguished before first responders could whisper comfort or carry his name. She, with glassy eyes and trembling words, spoke of signs and distance, broken truths that lingered like the scent of spilled wine. In the hush between her refusals, his mother's final lullaby died unheard. Handcuffs clicked against the night's hush, a badge pressed cold upon her chest. No shield could save her from justice's reach, blood drawn like sacred ink to write the final chapter of this tragedy. In the echoing halls of law, they speak her name, while across the county line they whisper his, Joser Sanchez, gone at 20, his dreams now bound to sorrow's ledger. We stand at this crossroads, hearts heavy. A community grapples with the fragile line between protector and perpetrator, between yesterday's laughter and today's tears. For loss becomes the echo we cannot silence, and justice, an uncertain path we follow as moonlight fades over Village Parkway where 2 lives met and only one returned.
And I got out immediately, and there was a few people that stopped. I think the car that was behind him had stopped and started CPR, and everybody was standing around and asked if I need gloves or something. I was like, it's not necessary right now. I'm just trying to...
Okay, and and obviously you were the only one in the car.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have people at home, or you just...
Yeah.
Okay.
My husband's at home.
Okay.
I just went to go get the pizza.
Okay. I'm just gonna basically, we're just kind of in a holding pattern right now, so I'll talk to my partners over there, and we'll kind of figure out how we're gonna, what's next. Yeah, just give me a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Do you want to grab the furrow?
No. I think she has something on board.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Is there?
we have to.
Is there going to be enough to
I-
get a search warrant?
So yeah, I'll write it. I mean, unless you want.
What changed?
So I was just studying her. She got a couple misspelled words on here.
Okay.
She wrote sigh, and she said 100 feet. Sorry, I'm going a little fast. She estimated the distance between the guy on the motorcycle and her to be 100 feet, which that's way more than 100. That's 500 feet. She said she was almost through her turn when clearly she was at the very beginning of her turn. Her eyes are a little bit glassy, a little bit.
Those
But-
lights be?
But could be, but we got to err on the side of caution.
Okay.
I do not have a great sense of smell, but I think I smelled a little bit of odor of alcohol, enough for me to say. And then I told her, I'm like, hey, we just want to rule out impairment. And by you not doing it, I'm like, I'm not going to ask you again, but I'm like, we can't rule it out. And she's like, yeah, well, if I would have had a glass of wine earlier, I know how this goes. And I said, did you have a glass of wine earlier? And she said, I'm not going to answer that. So
Okay.
I think with everything, we have to. I mean,
Okay.
I will write the search warrant. But yeah, I'm still recording.
So much, yeah.
I'm still recording. I would have loved to have ruled it out. I will mute. Yes. All right. So, like I said, we were really trying to rule alcohol out. I'm not convinced that alcohol wasn't a factor. So right now you are under arrest. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and put your hand behind your back. So we will be doing a search warrant for blood. Okay. That way there will be no questions. Do you have anything in your pockets or anything?
Yeah, nothing dangerous.
Okay. Put this card for me.
I can do the breath test if you don't need to.
Well, at this point, I think we'll just probably do the search warrant.
Okay.
I mean, what is the card?
Just wondering what
Yeah.
cause. But yeah, if you guys want to do the breath test.
Well,
Just-
this. So we're trying to treat this like any other incident, and
Yeah, I
typically once the opportunity kind of comes, and that you say you don't want to do it, it's voluntary, and then if you want to do it,
Well, I do a
After.
voluntary breath test at the VAC, but I just didn't want to do the fields.
okay. So you wanted to submit to. I think with this, the significance of this, I think it's probably we're gonna probably need a search warrant. Okay.
That's fine.
All right. I appreciate your
Yeah,
cooperation.
no worries.
Dr.
Of course.
Okay. All right. Head over this over here. So let's just have a seat right here. Because off you, and we'll utilize the one on the wall. Right, no problem. And I'm also just going to leave my body cam here, just to start normal procedure.
Okay, no worries.
you need any water or anything?
No, I would need to use the restroom before we leave.
Okay, I've got a female officer. We can, on a scale of 1 to 10 now, 1 being not right now, 10 being
Like
yesterday.
5.
Okay,
Yeah,
I can let a
before we go to
female
the
officer.
hospital. Yeah.
Her version of events raised eyebrows. She claimed the motorcyclist was more than 100 feet away when she turned. A distance officers later questioned, pointing out inconsistencies between her statement and the scene's physical evidence. Officers noted her glassy eyes, the smell of alcohol, and her refusal to submit to voluntary field sobriety tests or a preliminary breath test. Instead, she chose to write a statement, casually on the hood of her vehicle, while witnesses and officers processed the devastating reality. A life was lost. One onlooker described her demeanor as disturbingly calm. She was out here acting like it was just a minor scratch on a bumper. A man died, and she was acting like nothing happened.
All right, sir. All right, so they did get a warrant for the blood, so we'll go and do that now.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, your charge is vehicular homicide. Hey, thanks for coming. So yeah, I got the warrant, and then we just had just a jail clearance because she was in a crash. All right, so yeah, we're just here doing the blood draw and then the jail clearance just because you were in the crash.
Okay.
So yeah, we're just here for a clearance and then a blood draw, legal blood draw. You don't have anybody from the lab come in yet?
I called as soon as you guys walked through
Gotcha.
the door.
Okay, just want to make sure.
The nurse is called.
Gotcha. Okay, just want to make sure. Okay. Clearly busy. That's okay. Just want to make sure they're aware. I can't imagine there's that many other people who need their blood drawn right now. It was before 8. 7:40. It's a long time. I don't want to. Yeah, if you could.
Yep.
Like, we've been waiting for a while.
Nope.
This is a fatality crash.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say I called.
Yeah.
I called. He's called. Like,
Okay.
It really doesn't take me this long, so I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah. Appreciate it.
With increasing suspicion and refusal to cooperate fully, the decision was made. Officers obtained a search warrant for a blood draw. The emotional moment came when the arrest was made. "You are under arrest," the officer said, handcuffing the trooper who only minutes earlier had hoped to go home. Her story, once delivered with measured confidence, began to collapse under scrutiny. Despite offering to take a voluntary breath test at the end, it was too late. The inconsistencies, the refusal to participate in early testing, and the physical signs led authorities to move forward with charges.
Did somebody already show up for you guys?
Nope, we're waiting.
Do you have the warrant?
I do.
Do you have the tubes?
I do? You want me to hand?
Well, I'll just make sure
Okay.
the white powders are there. Is there anything else that you wanted on there? I put the case number, her
That's
name, date
perfect.
of birth, my initials, the time.
That looks good to me.
Okay.
So I was instructed to take your phone as well, so that'll be in our custody. I'm not sure if they will be writing a search warrant on that, so just wanted to let you know that will be in your property.
Were any of the, because like say when I was doing CPR, there were several other witnesses around after the collision. Did any of those guys stick around and give
I don't know.
statements?
I don't know. I believe so. Somebody made mention of a video that came out or something shortly thereafter. I don't know. I got called to the scene after.
Yeah, it's a DRE.
After, as a traffic investigator, yeah. So yeah, I was a while before I got there. So a lot of those loose ends, I think, the other traffic investigators kind of wrapped up. I'm just not privy to those just because I wasn't there for too long. Hey, how you doing? So she was involved with the motor vehicle crash.
Okay.
But she was cleared at the jail. She also is a trooper, so whatever accommodations you guys could make for that.
This is not just a story of a tragic accident. It's a sobering reminder that no one is above the law, not even those sworn to uphold it. One man is dead, one trooper is now under investigation, and a community is left asking, what happens when the protector becomes the suspect? The investigation is ongoing. More updates to follow as authorities release further information.